You're watching Flip TV News. I am Okoyemi Olubemi. Here are the headlines. Tinubu bans use of foreign currency for transactions. Pastor Adeboye speaks on dollar exchange rate. CBN governor speaks on clearing FX backlog. Kaduna youth protest innocent killings. Now the news in details. In a bold initiative to counter
which we can call him as an innocent, but then he's not involving himself in any election crisis. That way, one of them was shoot and made kill that one. We need justice. We need justice. This thing was happening. It is not the first time. It is not the first time, and we want it to be the last. I come out and I saw one guy told me that Monson is in hospital. When I go to the hospital, I saw him, he's bleeding. Bleeding. I saw him by myself. There is a picture here. I saw him bleeding. I cry a lot. I cry a lot. He's a good person, honest person, trustworthy. Many people like him. He don't used to fight with anybody. He don't used to quarrel with anybody. He don't even used to engage himself into politics. He don't used to involve into politics. He's a good man, and he is part of the
Christian Church of God.
Yes, and he is part of the businessmen that used to sell goods and gaining a little profit. He don't used to put high profit to people. That is why people decided to use to go to his shop and buy goods. So after then, at that hospital, then they take him from that hospital and take him to Boroduko. I used to contact them because it is one car that they went to the hospital with. I used to contact him, to call him and contact my friend Sada on what is going on. They said
that things are going to get worse before they get better. How many of you remember that? Now, if you know the value of the naira to the dollar by January 1, and you compare it to the value of the naira to the dollar today, you will know it looks as if this little boy heard from God. The reason we have to pray and pray.
Meanwhile, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN Governor Yemi Cardoso, has revealed that the Apex Bank has discovered $2.4 billion in valid forex outstanding claims, pressuring the naira and causing anxiety in the currency market. Yemi Cardoso disclosed this in an interview on Monday. According to Yemi Cardoso, this was uncovered during an audit by the consultant the CBN hired, which exposed a number of dubious transactions. The CBN governor stated that the Apex Bank commissioned Deloitte to look into the FX allegations to provide a true picture of the situation. Yemi Cardoso said, according to the Deloitte assessment, up to $2.4 billion of the backlog consists of fictitious claims, with payments in certain cases being unable to provide import documentation.
To the leadership of the central bank a few months ago, the issue of foreign exchange backlog, the forward backlog, was something that we met when we came. Obviously, it was something that had been accumulated over a period of time, and we met that when we came in. And of course, it is very important as a sovereign nation to be able to keep your integrity intact, and as a bank to be able to show that we consider obligations as obligations that must be met. Now, approximately $7 billion approximately was what we're told that the obligations were. And we looked at these and commenced the process of starting to pay meager resources as we had them. We were settling some which we believed were valid and due for payment. And obviously this isn't something we could just do in one shot, or it had to take a bit of time. Now, as we went along, we now had reason to believe that we needed to take a harder look at these obligations. And so we contracted Deloitte management consultants to do a forensic of all these obligations and to actually tell us what was valid and what was not. And of course, we were committed to ensuring that we would pay all valid transactions. And the result that came out of this was startling in a great respect. It was quite startling. We discovered that of the 7, roughly 7, about 2.4 had issues, which we believed had no business being there. And the infractions on that range from so many things. For example, not having valid import documents, and in some cases, even entities that did not exist. And in some cases, beneficiaries, account parties who had asked for foreign exchange and got more than they asked for, and some who didn't even ask for any and got. So there were a whole load of infractions there, which, as I said, amounted to about 2.4.
Finally, on the news, some youth in Kaduna State on Monday took to the streets to protest the killing of one Mansur Shago during last Saturday's rerun election in Rijachikun Igabi Local Council of Kaduna State. Shago, a sociology student of the Kaduna State University Castle, was allegedly hit by a stray bullet after the election turned violent. Consequently, some youths barricaded the Rijachikun Zaria Expressway in protest, calling on security agencies to fish out persons behind the shooting. It was gathered that a student was shot at his shop during a crisis involving the police and some hoodlums, who allegedly snatched and ran away with the results of some polling units. An eyewitness said violence erupted when the counting of ballots started, and it was observed that a particular party was leading at box 06 of the Women's Center ward in Rijachikun. And that's it on the news. For more updates, do subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Adeboye will be reporting. Thanks for watching.